I've been meaning to make this video for months, so I'm sorry that I haven't made it before. This video is about picking up objects off the ground. Well, what does that have to do with basketball? Well, this video has more to do with functional athleticism training than basketball in particular, but it might change the way that you think about various things. And this might result in its own series on its own if I feel like these things are worth sharing and if people want to see them. But a lot of what I feel is movements are repeated over and over and over again, and we want those movements to be as energy efficient as possible. And one of those movements, picking something up off the ground. Picking a basketball up off the ground. So like, what's the ideal way to pick up a basketball, for example, right? Now, you could pick something up via squat. Yeah? This is a pretty good way to pick things up. It lowers your center of gravity, whatever. There's one more energy efficient way to pick things up off the ground, and some circles call this the single leg deadlift. Others call it the golfer's pickup. But the idea behind the golfer's pickup is to, the idea in all of this is to keep your spine straight, because when your spine is bent, it's a position of weakness. It's just not really what you want, you know. You want to use your back, keep your back straight, right? Now, first off, the alternative to the golfer's pickup or the squat is this thing you see, right? I don't know how this view is, right? When you see people just kind of bend over like this. My spine is all kinds of fucking bent up and there's a lot of pressure here. It's just bad. And the issue is, I'm picking something up off the ground 5 times a day. Multiply 5 times a day by 365 days in a year, and multiply that by 10 years. If I'm doing it wrong, it really adds up and results in injury. So I'm trying to prevent injury by making my ground interactions as smooth as possible. So here is an exercise that I do, and here is the way that I pick up objects off the ground. I hope that this angle is good. That was kind of a whack pickup, to be honest. That was a shit lift. Okay. This is how it works. Straight back, one leg, flagged out behind me, picking up the basketball, right? Straight back. The leg allows me to keep that back straight. My knee's bent. It's not, it's right over my second toe. It's just a really energy efficient way. It's challenging of the musculature, I'll say that though. It's challenging of the musculature, but that's fine. You want movements that are challenging of the muscles, but not the rest of the soft tissue around that. So this is the way that I pick objects up. Basketball when there's on a court, right? And every day I try to do this exercise, and I'll do it with the basketball maybe. Pick a ball up with the left, switch feet, put the ball down, always keeping my back straight and my leg flagged out. My body is straight, Superman-do, right? I'll do it with 15 pounds or 30 pounds sometimes, and it's more about the lowering than the picking up, right? I'm lowering. I'm going to pick this up. Then I'm going to lower this. Balance exercise. Very challenging, but that's kind of the way it works. And this is something that I use constantly. When I'm picking the lid up on the toilet seat and putting it back down. When I'm opening the refrigerator, right? When I'm picking a basketball up off the ground. When I drop my phone and I pick it up. When I'm leaning down to drink from the water fountain. My leg is leaving the ground, I'm going straight flag, right? So, those are my thoughts on how to pick stuff up off the ground, how to prevent injury in the long term. I hope you find that useful. I mean, this is a realization that has really improved my athleticism, as it just keeps me from accruing tiny little injuries. And I mean, I can make a video on this on standing, I can make a video on this on sitting, I can make a video on this on going up and down stairs, which I may or may not do, but that is how to pick stuff up off the ground in energy efficient basketball and how to lift for it. We call it single leg deadlifts.